Okay, so evaluate integration dz upon z square plus 4 the whole square over c, where c is a circle, modulus of z minus I equal to 2. Now here, if you take numerator, no doubt is 1 only, divided by the whole denominator. If you take, this is in quadratic form, that can be written numerical form as, I'll write it as z square minus 2 square I square, or 2i the whole square. Is it correct? And this power 2 should be continued as it is, because I square is minus 1, so it will balance it as plus. Now, this is in the form a square minus b square, isn't it? How to write?
Mom, 1 upon z minus 2i the whole square and z plus 2i the whole square.
Very good. Okay, so this power 2 will come for both. So we are writing a minus b into a plus b. Now, usually after this, what we do? Usual procedure. We resolve into partial fractions, isn't it? Now tell me how many constants will come if we want to resolve.
2, ma'am.
Only 2. See, the power of this is 2. So I'll get 2 constants, a upon z minus 2i plus b upon z minus 2i the whole square. Similarly, the
Four.
power is 2 here. How many?
4.
We'll get it as 4. Is it a easy work then to get all the 4? Really, it is very difficult. So as I said, this is one of the typical problem. Here we'll do little, like will not follow the usual procedure. Okay, in same order, we'll just change the order. After like resolving to partial fractions, we used to multiply and write down. Then we used to check one thing. Anybody remembers? To apply CIF, we have to check one thing. What is that? Whether the
Ma'am,
point is,
whether the curl lies inside or outside
yeah,
the
the point is inside or outside. So here we'll change the order. First we'll confirm whether the point is inside or outside. Because what happens if the point is outside, then what is the value of the integral? 0, no?
0,
So
ma'am.
if you do all the tedious work of finding all the 4 constants and all, no? Suppose if it is 0, so it is going to be again a problematic thing. So for this, what will confirm? The points are inside or outside. How many points are there now? How many points are there? You can see the denominator, no? How many brackets are
2.
there?
2,
2. So 2 points are
ma'am.
there. Equate them to 0. So this will give me z equal to 2i. Okay. Now, to confirm whether it is inside or outside, we have to see the given curve. How is the given curve? Modulus of z minus I equal to 2. So what I have to do for this z? Shall I take a modulus, or before taking modulus, some simplification?
minus I.
Yeah, we have to have it
minus
in the form z minus I, then only take a modulus. So what I'll do for this expression, just subtract I on both the sides. So here also 2i minus I. So this is z minus I is equal to what? 2i minus I is how much? 2i minus I is how much?
Ma'am, 2.
I.
I. Okay. Now we have like z minus I format. So I'll put a modulus for this. So modulus of this means modulus of I. Tell me what is modulus of I? Modulus of I is how much?
1.
1, right? Now 1 should be compared with which number?
2.
2, because for the given curve it is 2. So tell me what is the relation between 1 and 2?
Less than.
1 is less than. So what this implies?
Inside.
Yeah, this point what we considered z equal to 2, I know this is inside C. Okay. Now, what we have the another point? Another point is z plus 2i, isn't it? Equate it to 0. So what is z from this? Shift your 2i, it becomes minus 2i. Again, how is our circle? It is like z minus I. So take minus I on both the sides for this expression. Z minus I is equal to minus 2i minus I. Correct? Am I right with this? So this is z minus I is equal to, what is 2 minus 2I minus I?
Minus
Minus
3i.
Minus
3i.
3I. Okay, now what you do, already this is in the circle format, so take a modulus for this. So it is modulus of minus 3I is how much? So apply that root of x square plus y square format. Your x is 0, real part. Imaginary part minus 3 the whole square. 9. But it is under the root, no? What is root of 9?
3.
It
3,
is
ma'am.
3 only, right? So this is 3. Now compare 3 with 2. 3 is less than 2, no?
It is greater than.
Nah, it is greater than. Good. So it is greater means what? The point is outside C.
Outside the curve.
Yeah. So what is the advantage of checking this is, I'll just tell you here. See, this form is there. Okay. Now somehow if you see the example, tell me what is f of z here. You don't have any numerator here. Comparing to the earlier problem, isn't it? Numerator is 1 only. So what I will do is, as this point, see this point is outside, so this is not going to give us anything related to CIF. So I shift this in the numerator. Okay. So I will write like this. Tell me, is this correct or no? So this I'll write like 1 upon z plus 2i the whole square I'll write, divided by z minus 2i the whole square. Can I write like this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we can, right? So that I'm taking in the numerator. I'm taking in the numerator, and then next I'll try to apply. Yeah, just okay. So can I write this like by taking like this? Because somehow the point is outside. If I write it as lengthy way and then if I convert it in terms of CIF, no, as the point is outside, what will be the value of that integral? It is going to be 0. So instead of that tedious work, I avoided by taking it in the numerator. This entire thing I can take it as f of z. Okay. Now here what I'll do, just compare these two expressions. What is less here? Huh? What is less? If I compare the given problem with this, what I have to do? The next part. Okay, else I'll change my question. Just see, this is the part. Now, is it necessary to resolve into partial fractions?
No, ma'am.
No, it's not necessary because here the power is 2. And if there are more than one term, then we have to think. See, when I was telling about the first problem, first example, there were 2 brackets. I wanted them to separate. Isn't it? We have only one bracket in the numerator, denominator. So there is no question of
Yes.
separation. There is no partial fraction. Okay, so we'll not do it. Now, next question is, see this part, this is the given question. Okay, just compare what is less here. If I want to arrive till here, what I have to do with this? What is there? 1 upon z square plus 4 the whole square is there. Correct. What is not there in this expression and this? Please answer. Or how to arrive from this expression to here? What is one thing we have to apply? I cannot make it simple than this. Please think over it. Try to understand my question. See, ultimately we go on applying the steps so that it matches with the given thing, isn't it? Now this is the integral what we have. This and this you compare. What is less here? What is not done? Or what is to
Integrate.
be? Yeah, that's all. Yes. Integrate with respect to z over what? over the curve or circle C. Yeah. So let us apply the integration both the sides. Otherwise, no, why I'm asking is other all problems we used to multiply and then integrate, which is not necessary here. Am I correct? So this is integration of 1 upon z plus 2y the whole square divided by just see the denominator, it is z minus 2y the whole square. So what we have to apply? Whether we have to apply a Cauchy's integral formula or a generalized one. Isn't it? This is in the form integration sum f of z upon z minus a raised to 2, you can say. What is the value of this? If the power is more than 1, we have to apply generalized formula, no? What it is? What is the value? 2 pi I upon n factorial. My n is 1 into f dash of a. Am I right with this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, some gap, no, during IA, I think 3 to 4 days gap. You have forgotten. Okay, now let us apply. So this is going to be according to generalized in Cauchy's integral formula. This is 2 pi I upon 1 factorial. Then you can say f dash of a. What is my a here? Which is the point?
2i.
2i, very good.
2, ma'am.
2i.
Point is 2i. Denominator you have to check. Okay, now we need to substitute the value. For this, we require f of z. Can anybody tell me what is f of z? Is this compare these two? What is my f of z? First.
1.
1, ma'am.
No, it is entire numerator.
Ma'am, 1
See,
by z plus
this
2i.
whole thing I have to take f
The
of
whole
z.
square.
Yeah, this is z minus a. Huh? Yeah, my f of z is 1 upon z plus 2i the whole square. Now, do I want f of any value or f dash of the value? I want f dash, right?
Yeah,
So it has to be differentiated. So what I'll do, I'll take this in the numerator. Z plus 2i raised to minus 2 it is. So if I differentiate, what I'll get? What is the differentiation?
Minus 2 upon z plus 2i the whole.
minus 3 also.
Whole raised to 3, correct? So what is f dash of 2i from here? So I have to replace my z by which quantity? 2i.
2i.
Yeah. Okay, now this is minus 2 upon, what is 2i plus 2i? 2i plus 2i? 4i.
4.
4i the whole cube means 4 cube and I cube. Okay, so this is minus 2 upon 4 cube into I cube. Okay, so this is one of the two will be cancelled. So 4 cube is how much actually? Or you can say 4 square into 4. 4 square is 16. 16 into 4 is one of the two will be cancelled.
64, ma'am.
32, no?
32.
Minus
62.
1 upon
Yes, ma'am.
32. And what is I cube value?
Minus I.
Ma'am,
Minus I. Minus I. I
minus
square into I. I
minus
square
minus.
is minus 1. So it is minus I altogether. So let us substitute over here. Therefore, I'll call it as equation 1. Equation 1 becomes integration dz upon z square plus 4 the whole square over c is equal to 2 pi I. 1 factorial is 1 only. Value of f dash of 2i. See, minus into minus, we can write it as plus. So it is 1 upon 32i. Correct? What is the answer? I will go 2 1s are 2 16s are. What is the answer? 5 by 16.
5
This
by
is a
16.
typical problem where we have not performed any partial integration also along with no integration, isn't it? But you need to remember the step. This is one of the very difficult and you can say a little typical different example. Usually they may not ask, but Yours being the first batch who is going to face exam 18 mat 4-1, they may ask. So this completes your module 2. 40% of the syllabus is done. Any doubts or anything? Okay, maybe after internals you're not open the book. Today only you might have opened it. In future, if you get any doubts, you can ask. Okay, yeah. Let me start with the next one. Actually, in order, the next module is module 3, because module 2 modules are completed. But module 3 and module 5 are related to probability theory. So once if I start, it is better if we continue it. Okay, because in between the module 4 is about curve fitting. That is a different topic. That is about statistical methods. So what we have thought, let us not go to module 3 now. So all are going to start with module 4. Okay, because it is a statistical method, very different from probability. So today even I'll start with the same thing. So module 4, this is curve fitting and correlation and regression. Correlation and regression. So these are the two parts what you are going to learn. This is all calculation work is there. We have to prepare the table. Okay, calculate the quantities and then some formula is there. We'll apply and we'll write the answers. Very, 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 very simple concept it involves. Okay, so today I'll start with what is curve fitting. Now if you just see the term, we are going to fit a curve, isn't it? Obviously, curve is to be fitted. Now, this concept of curve fitting has arisen because, do you remember in school you used to draw the graphs? You used to draw the graphs. So on the graph sheet, you used to take x-axis. Okay, green sheet was the graph sheet. So you used to take some scale here. You used to take here some scale on y-axis. Then, according to the given problem, you used to mark some points. Then I want to get a curve, which is a smooth curve. So I have to just join these points. So if I want to join it exactly, it will be a zigzag curve. So it is not a smooth one. What we have to do? Yeah. So suppose this is the curve, what you might have obtained. Now, even there is some point which is there outside this curve also, isn't it? Have you faced such problem? Or have you got
Yes,
the
ma'am,
curve
your
passing
voice is
through?
breaking, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Your voice is breaking.
Okay. Okay, so we'll see what is curve fitting. Now, in school, have you drawn the graphs? Studied about graphs, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, is it like, have you got the graph or a line or a curve passing through all the points? Or is it like some points are outside that curve?
Outside.
Outside also,
Outside
right?
that.
100% it will not be like all points will be considered. This happens, actually this point what you have got is from the same curve. Okay, so this happens because of due to some error. So actually suppose if this is the line, okay, your teacher might have given it as like y equal to some 2x plus 3. Draw this line. Now you might have done it, but some points are outside. This is the reason why, this is the reason because the curve is not actually 2x plus 3. It is something like 1.9995x plus maybe like some 3.0001. No teacher will give you like this. They will just approximate and just they will give it as 2, isn't it? Is it not this? The value of this is 2, 1.9995. Please
Yes, ma'am.
answer. If you don't answer, no, then I have to check my internet. Is it not? This is 2 actually. So instead of giving, no teacher will give it as 1.9995, 3.001. Okay. So why that error has happened is because they have rounded off. Okay, exact curve if you take, it is like this. So now we'll not use such a curve, we'll try to find out such curve. That is called as curve fitting. Okay, this we are going to do it by one method called as least square approximation method. Least square approximation method, or least square method it is called as. So there is little theory behind that. Okay, so they take the errors and they just square it, and they want the error should be less or more. If I want to get a correct answer, the error should be more or less.
Less, ma'am.
Obviously less.
course,
That's why it is
less.
called as least square, because square means here they take it as errors square. So that is called as least square method. We'll not go into detail because for syllabus we have only how to fit the curves. Did you get little idea regarding this topic? Half part of this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, here we are going to fit three types of curves. Okay. First one is linear, also called as straight line. So what is the format? You may take it as y equal to mx plus c, or best way y equal to ax plus b. We are going to fit this curve ax plus b. Next we are going to fit the okay, it's a second order parabola or second degree curve. It is called as second degree curve or second degree parabola. Usually parabola format will be how? Y square equal to 4ax, right? So here we have it as y equal to ax square plus bx plus c format. See, this is linear ax plus b, isn't it? This is quadratic. If this was 0, no, we would have taken it as quadratic equation. But this is like a curve, y equal to. So it's, you can just call it as a second degree curve. And the third one, we are going to fit a like exponential power curve. We'll call it as y equal to a into x raised to b. Or maybe y equal to a into e raised to bx. Or y equal to a into b raised to x. Okay, so this is like the third part is a power curve. So today we'll see how to fit a straight line. The procedure is very, very simple. If you understand it, only thing is you have to operate the calculator properly. Then you will get a correct answer. Okay. So I will explain what is this fitting of a straight line. Okay. Is it clear now? Anything now? No voice break and all, no?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah.
Now it's clear.
Okay. Thank you. So here first we'll just see about fitting of a straight line or a linear curve. Linear curve. So they may call it as a straight line or a linear curve, whatever it is. So here we take, okay, we don't know what is that curve is. So we take the general format. How is a straight line format? Straight line format will be y equal to mx plus c. But here we'll take it in the form y equal to ax plus b. We'll just take it as y equal to ax plus b. This is actually the curve of best fit. The curve of best fit. See, usually the question asked will be, they will just give a set of table or the like set of values in the form of a table. See, I'll just tell you the question which will be given in the form. It is like x values will be given and y values also will be given. They'll ask you to fit a straight line for this. Got it? So here what we have to do, we have to take for in general as y equal to ax plus b as the curve of best fit, or it is the best fit straight line. The word is best fit because it is what is the ultimate result is. Okay. Now, second thing, so after this will form the normal equations. They are called as normal equations. writing normal equation is very simple. If you understand the method over here, no, you can understand for the next curves also easily. See, this is my equation. Okay. Now if I put a summation for all, what happens? So this becomes like summation of y is equal to summation of ax. Am I right? Summation of ax. I'm just putting a summation for that. So what will come out? See, this summation is only meant for the values of x and y. So what is a? Is it not a is constant? So it comes out. It is a into summation of x plus. It is like summation of b. So again b will come out. There will be one quantity called as like n will come over here. I'm just telling you. There is a procedure. I told you, least square method is there. According to that procedure, they have obtained the normal equation. I'm telling you a shortcut way of remembering it. Okay. Just for this equation, first you take it as a standard format. You put a summation for everything. Okay. Now here there is a constant. No, for that constant you attach a n. N is nothing but the number of values what they have given. And one more thing I forgot to tell. Here we have to find a curve of best fit, means whether we have to find x and y or a and b. Please answer. Huh? I'm there in the meeting, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Then
ma'am.
answer, no? Yeah. See, if I find x and y, this is of no use. If I substitute for x and y, is it going to be a straight line any longer? Suppose if I get x equal to 2 and y equal to 3, so 3 equal to a, 2a plus b is as it is. If I write like this, can anybody tell me, is it a straight line? Can anybody tell me, is it a straight line? I'll change the question. I'll change the question. I want the answer from you people. If I write y equal to 2x plus 3, and if I write 3 equal to 2a plus b, among this, which is representing a straight line?
First
First
one.
one.
First one. All of you agree? That means x and y should be there or no?
It should be there.
It has to be there. If x and y should be there, means we are interested in getting the values of what here?
A and B.
A and B. Okay, so this is not, we are not finding x and y. We are finding A and B. This you keep in mind. This is important. Okay, so best values of A and B we have to find. So the curve becomes curve of best fit. Okay, now how to get C? Now how many unknowns are here? We want A and B. So how many unknowns? Count the number of unknowns.
2.
2. So to solve two unknowns, how many equations are required?
2.
2 equations. So we have to write 2 normal equations here. First one, how to write? Just put a summation for that. So it becomes summation of y, a is constant, comes out, summation of x, and then this is n into b. So next, to write the next normal equation, for this equation, what we have written, no? Just multiply by x. A simple thing. How to remember? Just multiply by x. So if I multiply by x, it is summation of xy is equal to a into summation of x into summation of x means summation of x square. We are not multiplying by summation of x. You are just multiplying by x. Think in that way. Plus here this n will not be there. What you have to do, you should take it as b into summation of x. Is the part clear? How to write normal equation? We'll call them as equation 2, which are normal equations. So there are 2 equations in 2 unknowns a and b. Okay. Suppose if there are 3 unknowns, I have to extend it. So I have to multiply by 1 more x here. If I multiply one more x for this equation, can anybody tell me what I'll get? If you tell that no, you can understand how I have written it.
X square y.
X square y, a into summation
X-
x cube,
Root
X
x
cube.
cube
b into summation.
Plus b
plus b into
summation
Now
x cube.
time being, this is not required because only 2 are enough, because I want 2 unknowns a and b. Is the procedure clear? It's not exactly method. I'm telling you a shortcut way of remembering. That's all. Now, just see what is this summation x, summation y, summation xy, all this represent. What this means? How I get summation of y? So now you have to see the table. They will give the values of x and y. Okay. So you have to construct one table containing x values, y values. Now see here, we want a xy. Take it. We want again a x square. So this is the table to be prepared. Okay. Now what you have to do? Yes. X and y values will be given. Just write all of them. Then take xy. Xy means corresponding x into y value you multiply and write it over here. Take the value of x here and just square it. That is my x square. So like this, you will get so many entries. How many set of values given? No, if they have given 10, you will get 10 set of values. Then what you do? Just add it. Okay. Adding means here, add this values of x. What will get if I add all the values?
Summation of x.
Summation of x, obviously.
Summation of x.
Similarly, if I just add the values of y, I'll get summation of y. Okay, so I'll get here summation of x. This is summation of y. This is summation of xy.
X
and
This is
y.
summation of x square. See, if these values are there, is it not? You can substitute here. So what will remain as it is? N is nothing but how many set of values you have used. Okay, tell me what will remain as it is?
A and B.
A and B will remain. So there are two equations in two unknowns. You have calculator. You can use it correct way, and then you can get A and B values. Tell me, after getting A and B, what has to be done? Substitute in 1. So when you substitute in 1, that is the end of the problem, isn't it? We were interested in getting A and B. After getting them, substitute, and that is the end of the problem. Am I clear with the procedure?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll take one simple example for you to understand. If you want, you take a screenshot, whatever it is. And try not to send the notes. Okay. Yeah. Let me take an example. Simultaneously, you people should sit with a book and calculator. I will not write all the values. You should tell me. All the values in the sense, I'll not tell you the value. I have it in the book, but unless you calculate and tell me, I'm not going to write on this board. So by the method of least squares, fit a straight line. Fit a straight line of the form. Fit a straight line of the form y equal to ax plus b for the following data. So they have given a table containing x and y values. Yeah, x values are 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, 14. Next, y values are 1, 2, 4, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Write the values correctly. The lines for the table are not proper. Can't do anything. This is the table. Okay, this is the table. We have to fit a straight line for this. Now here we don't know what is a straight line. You start with a standard form only. Even though if they have not given any standard format, if they have not mentioned this equation, but you have to take general like this only. Are you getting it? In the question it is mentioned now the straight line, but suppose if it is not given as y equal to ax plus b, then also you take that form only. If they have mentioned it as a straight line. Let y equal to ax plus b, take it as equation 1, be the straight line of best fit. Yeah. After taking this, what we have to write according to the procedure? We should write the normal equations. Okay. Yeah. Tell me what are the normal equations? How many we have to write?
2, ma'am.
2. Yeah. Help me. Normal equations are. Tell me what is the first normal equation?
Y is equal to ax plus b.
No, no, no. You are very much wrong. Normal equation contains summation.
Summation y.
Summation y equal to a into summation x plus n into b. If there is only one quantity, you just attach n for that. What is the next normal equation? Now you tell me correctly, Mahesh.
Summation of xy
A into
into summation of x square
plus b into summation x. Remember the procedure,
b
how it is
into
written.
summation of
So that if you remember, no, you will not commit any mistake. Now, to substitute the values, what we need to do now? We need to construct the table. Yeah, start the constructing. So this is first for x, then for y, then for xy, then for x square. Correct? Yeah, start preparing the table. I'll write only few values here. I'm interested in summation. So all of you sit with calculator. I may ask anybody the value. Don't tell me any reason. Yeah, what I have to start with? See, x values. 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, like that. Till, go on writing. Till 14 you should write, given set of values. Am I clear? Next for y values. 1, 2, 4, 4, like this. Now, xy means what? Multiply corresponding x and y values. 1 into 1, how much? 1. 3 2s are 4 4s are 6 4s are. No one is answering. See, very busy, I guess. Okay, x square. Take this x value and just square it. 1 square, 3 square, 4 square, 6 square. Like this, complete the table. Any difficulty in completing, you tell me, I am ready to write the values. Anybody, any doubt? This is your work. Just simple numbers. 8, 9, 11, 14. Okay, let me complete at least for the first one of the example. 5, 7, 8, 9. So here it is.
Ma'am, we can write direct values.
Directly summation, if you write directly, they'll cut the marks. Don't ask me later on why I've got less marks.
Ma'am, but we can write.
No, they will just tell that for the table, some 3 to 4 marks will be allotted. So if you write directly summation, they may not give you the full marks. They will see, they will, okay, I know there is in some option in the calculator where you can do the work directly, but some teachers don't permit that. They'll say in the table values are missing. So you might have copied it. That may be their understanding, right? You cannot go and explain. Better. Don't take any chance. Write all the important steps. Is it what the same table you are getting? Now add these all values of x. That is called as summation x. Tell me what you'll get.
56,
56. Yeah, add all the values of y.
40,
40. Add the values of xy.
40.
Xy.
64,
364.
364.
And summation x square.
524.
524. Yes, all are right. Anybody getting different answer?
No, ma'am.
No. Good. Those who are sitting with calculator can verify it. Otherwise, blindly you need to write. After getting these values, can we substitute in equation 2? Just check.
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Yes,
Right?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So let us substitute. So what is summation of y? It is 40 equal to a as it is. What is summation x? Is 56. So I'll write it like this, 56a. Plus one more thing, n is the number of values. So how many set of values? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. N is 8 here for this problem. Clear? So what I have to write here? 8b. Now summation of xy. 364. I'm substituting in second equation of this second part. Summation x square 524a. One more thing, start putting your number in the chat box. B value. Okay, B as it is, summation x. What it is? Is it 56b? Is the substitution clear? Is the substitution clear? Tell me
Yes,
either
ma'am.
yes or no. This is clear. Now what you do, you can directly do it. Take your calculator. Take your calculator, go to equations. In equation, you have to choose a equation ax plus b equal to c. Sorry, ax plus by equal to c. Choose this equation. See, while taking also, you should be very careful. How you feed the values, no, that is very, very important. If you feed it wrongly, you are going to get wrong answer. Okay, hope you have opened that equation mode. Have you chosen this? For the students who are using, I think, MS, you have to go to equations unknown as 2. Unknown as 2. Now, here, what you have to do, you should take first. So what they will ask it will ask you the values, no? So first value you should start putting like this. Coefficient of A you should substitute. 56, then 8, and then 40. Reversely, if you do, your values will be wrong. Are you getting how to feed the values? 56, then put equal to, then you will get 8, then put it as 40. Similarly, for the second equation, 524, 56, and then 364. See here, if you write directly, they will give the marks, but not for the direct table. If values are missing, it is difficult. Just solve it.
7 by 11.
A is 7 by 11. B is
6 by
6 by 11.
6 by 11. Okay. Else, better you write even the decimal value. Just 7 by 11 you have got, no? Just press that S implying D. You'll get the decimal value. Can anybody tell 7 by 11?
0.63. 6.
63.
6.
636. Okay. What is then B? 6 by 11 means 0
0.545.
5.
0.5454. Is it 54 or only 5 till 5?
54545.
54. Okay. Yeah. See, after
This
getting
is
this,
63.
63.
63.
63 again. Okay. Yeah. Anybody who has got different answer? If you have got different answer, you are not taken in the calculator correctly. I explained the procedure. Okay. After this, getting these values, just substitute in equation 1. So what I'll get? Y equal to AX. So my AX is 6363X. My B is 0.5454. Isn't it? Never you have used such a straight line. But this is called as straight line of which fit? best fit. This is how the example should be solved.